driving, and all the batteries in the back
Okay,
of the
well
truck
this is interesting.
charge up, the alternator, and then at night you use the power to keep you going. I thought it was a brilliant idea. Now, I can't say one way or the other if it's true, but I found that, I mean, in a sense,
Yeah,
considering
I'm
the way he
going
did
with
it,
that
it's
explanation
pretty
too because
magical.
I saw all that information
It's
about the
raining.
wheel, and yeah, that's how he carved the stone out of the bedrock with these machines that just carve down into the ground.
Well, and they were basically just multiplying his work because they weren't, I mean, they weren't what we would consider the types of machines we would use today. Like
I'm
we're
right here.
used to high power. Look at those. Do you see those little links? Do you see them? Look at that.
Yeah.
Sorry, right on the.
Yeah, wait a second.
Yeah.
Where'd it come from?
It's linked together.
Oh,
That's
it
amazing.
just spontaneously generated.
That's like the Japanese interlocking,
Which is pretty interesting.
things, right? Where they
No, that's where they pour
There's
metal
that pretend
to link
hurricane.
those together.
Right.
But this is what we were just talking about, so it was just odd that they thought there was
But
enough.
I was just gonna say one thing about Laurel Castle. It seems
we heard the pressure change. We being Scarf and I, wherever he went. Are you back here somewhere? And so the pressure changed, and then the rain started. As in, the windows went creak, and then the rain started. Which is pretty interesting, to say the least. Because I just pulled this up.
It's a very interesting setup.
20 minutes ago,
a lot of like tools to basically
and all the rain was still off the coast.
He was a mason, and I don't mean that's probably part of their tradition where they're, I mean, he basically built himself a little, well, I wouldn't want to say Masonic shrine,
which is pretty strange.
And he came, and he
oh,
had
sorry
the
if this is
that at the time would have been
that's blurry.
Just very impressive. I mean, you're talking about around 120 years ago or so, and this guy has basically built himself a motor of metal and concrete and a bunch of magnets that can go around and smack rock to pieces, and then with just simply go.
So if you don't know what you're looking at here, this is Nexrad.
Every time it went around in a circle, right? You know, and it would be almost impossible to stop. I mean, it would just basically moving.
These are the radar towers.
Lift an engine today. You pull on that chain and you just keep it
with the balls on them,
and that thing's moving real slowly. Well, that's.
But you can see that there's
stuff
that's happening,
that there was
especially right here.
It was an electric version of that, basically.
Watch that happen.
I guess the last point about it is that he obviously scouted a whole bunch of places before he built it, right? And so you run that.
Of course, you can see all the beaming.
Particularly high energy, maybe limestone or coral quarry, and you're going to get residual amplified magnetism or, pseudo anti-gravity. Like I think definitely
that scares me that he might have been able to do that.
I would like to encourage you all to go see Mike Morales. Morales.
I saw the guy who built the flywheel, and the idea of like doing a certain number of coils and and basically alternating positive negative as the wheel goes around.
On YouTube and DLive and Twitch. If you watch high-end, wow, goodness, there's a lot of stuff going on in the middle of America.
No, but it's pretty, yeah, I guess it's just
I don't normally look at the rest of the map. And just look at what's going on at KRAX. That's my local Nexrad station. Because the days that I have a really difficult time getting motivated are the days that it's active. Like super active, not just the normal pulsing, but when it's actually seemingly using directed energy.
Motorizing things or using
yeah, that's drills. Pretty
pretty
amazing there.
A lot of
shooting stuff
they actually had a whole heck
from
of
one place to another.
I mean, some of it looks like it's, I mean, really well done, but could still be done by hand. And there's other places which you,
and like
with
I don't
Chris
I don't
Dansworth,
wake
see
up
statues and stuff,
saying,
and you go, nope, that was made by a machine.
oh
Take
my
a glance,
goodness,
take
the
a look.
NextRad must be
You know,
operating.
You know, it's they're too
Because
perfect.
my
You
brain
can't do
isn't
that.
functioning that well yet.
Mankind is not made
And
to move their arm like that.
I'm like,
Actually,
oh,
videos.
my
Sorry if I'm
brain.
You're not. We're just at the
Let's
end
go
anyway,
check
so
the
please
2 more minutes. So
shut
don't
me
worry
up.
AOS in
Have you ever
Wisconsin.
seen Ancient Architects channel?
Oh, yes,
And
of course.
And yeah, so he was talking, like he did a great video.
9.8 times out of 10.
But I love the the sonic levitation videos.
KRAX is
like the Pumapunku,
doing something else.
Stones that look laser cut are actually done with bags of concrete that
But
solidified
anyway,
and swashed together. There's
that's
so
just
many
a
great ideas.
happy little
I never
video.
even considered something like that when I saw those
I have
interlocking stones. I was like, oh,
kept the house hurricane proof for the mom, and
they did them with a certain type of wet
we're
concrete
getting
that
a new
solidified.
roof
Could have been done with,
tomorrow
dishes that,
before
like
the
Fresnel
storm is
lenses that
supposed to
actually
hit
attenuated light from
here.
the sun, and they actually
But look at that.
laser cutting machines.
Oh,
There's so
how
many
about that?
different
That's
ideas
just...
that could really be plausible. So anyway, that's just a thought.
It makes me wonder if, like, some other country, like, created that storm, like the United Arab Emirates, UAE, and sent it over here with the sand from the Sahara, and America is all, like, fighting back and saying, keep that off my shores, we're not ready for it. Also, I know that the last shooting event promoted blood drives, so people would go and give blood, which in and of itself is interesting as they try to normalize vampires.
Like 12 years ago.
And
Commenting like, go look at the electric
I
universe,
do
go look
know
at symbols
that
of an
in
alien sky,
Florida,
to gods and remembering the end of the
they
world, and that'll
put
give you
up
the
a whole big
symbology,
thing about
the information about all
butterflies
the symbology
and
that's
having to
worldwide,
collect
everywhere, in
them
every culture,
by
in every
hand.
religion. And then you'll start to understand
And
that
the guy
the
that
universe
did the
is electric
reporting,
and so on and so forth.
he said
do that
straight
on
up
Rex's
in
show,
his
I do
report
that on,
that he did
I mean,
not
I'm
understand why
subscribed
he
to
got that
252
assignment, but it turned out to
channels.
be
I do that on
interesting.
a lot of this stuff, on a lot of the sites.
But if this is an Epstein island cleanse, and I actually don't know where the Virgin Islands are. I haven't seen that, like on Memory Hold or Titus Frost.
I'm glad,
I haven't seen like where this island is in comparison to America, but it has to be pretty close. I'm assuming it's off of Florida.
If you look at my proposal,
I don't like using Google, and that's the only map program that I have that will label stuff.
The same wavelengths
And
I like how you can see that the inside of them is
but
different.
that
They've been cooked on the outside.
but that hurricane is completely, it's not real.
And some of them aren't round either.
And then like
I mean,
when I was watching some of the live streaming on GloomTube,
they're layered. They were layers. Sometimes I believe that
regarding what was happening in the Bahamas,
that they were considered holy.
like it was all storm surge. Like the sea rose, and like the wind. You see how those trees aren't moving? There was no wind, and they were showing a lot of rain. And I was all like, that's not a hurricane. A hurricane has palm trees like going
Ampere's law indicates that if you put more current, you're going to be able to increase the strength
like
of the
that.
magnetic field. And
so I don't understand where they're getting their wind speeds
if you
from.
saw the plasmoids that would have occurred. That's basically
on Mike
a
Morales.
pinch would occur in the middle of one of those. Squeezing
Uberales.
Sorry. Squeezing it together.
Uberales.
That is what happens.
If
sometimes,
you know what that is,
a bunch of them get
put
shot
+1
out like
in the comment section.
From a hit, right? And they're all pulled up into this thing, and they pull
California,
the wheel steers,
Uberales.
falling,
anyway,
they get wrapped up in more and crushed again. And crushed
the
together
wind speeds at the
That's
bottom
what these things look like back here.
were like 50 knots, which is like 60 miles an hour,
like it's been
which is
together,
not a
like
hurricane.
That's why all
the wind speeds at the top
and what do you need
were
to
whatever,
make
80, 90, 120
small little
miles
Z
an
pinches,
hour.
these small
But
little
that's at the
globes on our
top.
Earth?
That's
You need a bird.
thousands of feet
well,
in the
that's
air.
clear. I wasn't arguing that.
That's
but what
not-
I meant
No,
was,
I'm just saying that these are on all
So,
scales. I mean, we see them in the
like,
cosmos. We
it
see
just
them
so
coming
much
from
of
the
it
sun,
doesn't
feeding
make sense.
energy to the Earth.
But
We
it
see
does
them
make sense to me
creating the Earth. We see them creating these
that
little balls. We see them creating
the
little
American
spherules
weather
in a
engineers
certain experiment that
are combating
Sapphire
the Arabian.
changed
Whoops,
all
hey.
the probe from crystalline
The
structure to
Arabian weather
spheral.
engineers. Because a lot of times we're like, oh, this is the U.S. government doing all this engineering. No, it's not. There's a lot of governments that are doing it. And China is not our friend. Russia is not our friend. I mean, they're white, but they're not our friend.
well,
Putin is the head of the Secret Service, just like George Bush. You know, the CIA of the Russians.
That look exactly like
so
when they're not finished.
So this is an interesting
you
thing.
Also see, now
the other thing that's going on here is Sage Home or something like that. North Carolina has Special Forces students in operations against Special Forces experienced. So that they can learn by failure, I suppose.
And I mean, we're talking a very quick
hey,
process.
get out of here.
So let's say it's half done, and the current drops. Well, if it drops,
and
suddenly the magnetic constriction drops, and now you're going to have an odd-looking
if you were Special Forces,
and
you knew that you could have, you could totally have the weather on your side.
Yes.
Just give it either a few days or a couple of months, depending upon how much weather you wanted to have. This is
like Sea of Serenity and Sea of Tranquility basically looks
pretty
like
incriminating.
a hexagon against the Pentagon in a double lobe emergence. At the largest scales on the moon,
I know,
and at the
total
smallest
warfare,
scales, we have these
including
very
weather
patterns that we see in
and
individual
satellites and
elements,
space.
asteroids and comets, but also carved right into the surface.
But anyway.
Exactly. I mean, honestly, Sea of Serenity and Sea of Tranquility look like the bottom left version of that.
That's pretty intense.
Yeah, this is 670p. I'm just looking at it. I can't believe they thought this is supposed to be like ice. I mean, look at this. It's just a rock. You couldn't get more rock-like.
Aha!
Yeah, and it's being electrically eroded
Ron Paul
at its
happened.
equator because
They didn't give me notification. Interesting.
Not metal like most asteroids are.
Central happenings.
Content, and they would behave differently. Bennu is probably more metal than it is rock, but it still looks like rock.
If you don't know,
until it comes into the atmosphere and melts its surface to
go to there.
Like what we see as an asteroid.
Also go to Ashka Logos. Whoops.
Meteor coming in, and most meteors have a high metal content and they melt instead of explode.
The ones that we're going to find will, because we went over this in my little presentation there. Basically,
that was cool.
Resistive is going to be ripped to little tiny pieces, but
he's got a
objects might have just
big old telescope, and he had a clear sky, and so we got to look at Saturn.
Well, what I'm saying is
live last night. That was awesome.
And asteroids are metallic more than the silica of an asteroid. And
if you don't know her,
but we still
there's one on Mars.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we
And
still
look at
see
all
venues.
She's really
all
cool.
the
If you're into
blueberry dust
swords.
in the background.
You know what's very funny? Sorry, it just reminded me of gallium. You know, melting in your hand.
This guy trips me out.
Like you take
I like what he
gallium, you know,
does,
everyone to think that's really hot
but I
and
don't
everything.
like some of his conclusions.
You haven't done that? Okay.
I think he takes
Please, I interrupted Rick.
the
I'm so
whole
sorry. I just
religion
thought gallium.
aspect greater
Or
than
don't. It's okay, Rick. Gonna solve
the other
No,
explanation of
I
like,
forgot to
oh,
click
something
on
else was
the
going
button
on.
to unmute myself. So no, I forgot what I was gonna say, but that's okay. Carry on.
Well, actually, no. We're
He's fun to
fine.
watch.
Guys, this has been
If you're into Dungeons
2.5
and Dragons,
hours. We got it working well. I'm gonna see now if I can actually play the outro on this, because I set up. You're gonna
that
like
was
this.
a good chat.
It should work better.
He was only going to stream for an hour,
Guys,
and we got him derailed pretty hard.
Thank you so much.
So,
We're gonna try to do this
spent an
more
hour
often
and a
now. We're gonna
half.
try to turn
That
this
was
into
fun.
sort of like the
This
way
man,
show works, because
his
when we're
old
done,
videos,
the show
as
will
well
just
as
be
his current videos,
like
are,
just there.
if you're
We don't
a
edit it or anything.
prepper,
Oh,
are
yes, that's what we are.
key to your survival.
We're just above monkeys playing with their own feces, okay? So, let me go.
Neil, you're on fire today.
The
And
radness.
on that note, all right, guys. All right, and no one talk. All right, we're gonna see if this actually works. Okay. Well,
If you're
I mean,
in North Carolina,
someone's gonna talk, but we'll see what happens. Let's see if I can just make this flow.
if you're in England,
Oh yeah, look, see the transition's coming in. Oh my god.
these are the people I'm listening to right now. They're Electric Universe people. If you're hardcore into HEMA and SCA, more D&D, his chat isn't as fun. His chat is too many young people. If you like breakbeat, if you like what you call it, rave music, but like not the build it up, build it up, build it up, oh, build it up, build it up, build it up, oh, build it up, build it up, but like when it drops the beat. That guy's great. I think a lot of what goes on with the Trumpster is build it up, oh, build it up, build it up, oh, build it up, build it up, oh. And it just keeps going on like that, and you're like, oh, I like this song. I'm gonna dance for just 5-7 minutes. And then it's like, oh, and you're waiting to just drop the sweat, you know? You pound your feet on the ground, flail around, get ready to mosh to techno, and oh, build it up, build it up, build it up, oh. He's just a good time. If you're into throwing knives, if you're into D&D, that guy's original. He's original D&D. He made D&D. Just to let you understand that. That's why you do that. Bada bang, bada boom. Temple OS. Greg J. Who is Greg J? he's worthwhile. Here's this Mike Morales that I was talking about. This Cobra Commander, Captain Slappy, Laser. Oh, smartest woman on the internet. Susan Weed. And if you need some hymn help, oh yes indeed. Man, I was really a big fan of Lindsey Stirling before I had Scarf. Now that I have Scarf, all of her music sounds the same. And I'm like, wait a second, she's just a cosplayer. And, oh, if you are interested in China, this guy is actually really good. He's a Trump supporter, but he's got a good take. He's got a good Western take on what's going on there, and he's into Sino study. And then, of course, because everyone needs to go there and get caught up, because you are tardy. You are very tardy if you are not on Thunderbolt's project. It will change your mind, and it will change your mind. If you want to see someone talking to an artificial intelligence, Hoping is really good. It's so funny how many people call him Hopi. He's a blonde-haired, blue-eyed dude. Anyway, well, if you want the best metal, totally. More D&D. Stuff outdoors. And you already got Gloomtube. There's Matthew Brown. He's cool. Blanco's cool. Corbett Report is cool. Radness, Jack. I don't know what's up with Shawn Minneapolis. Like, whoops. I got comments. I don't really watch the Fullerton Informer anymore, because it's like a picture of him. I'm all like, yo, you talk all you want, just like put the camera out on the traffic that you're in. You can watch him get better over the last year. Kip Toe is not really that great. I mean, he's a fantastic artist, but what else? C-Dub. If you need affirmation, go visit C-Dub. She will love you. She will just love you, and you will like it, because she's great. She's just super wonderful. She's got thick skin, and she knows how to take it all. But there's like a lot of people missing on my stream, and I'm really surprised about it. This guy, see now, he's all like a Christian, but I think he's an Anglican, and so he's Church of England, which is a political church. And sometimes I get into arguments with people in the political church because I don't think the church should be political. And I don't mean they should stay out of politics. I think they should totally be into politics, but I don't think they should be taking directions from politicians, if that makes sense. And so he's got some good ones. His last series was on being nofap, and when it was okay to let it out. And I mean, talk about masturbation for like 12 episodes, you're gonna tick off people. I was like, hey, wait a second, no. Well, that's not right. That's like, you're taking scripture out of context there. And, but hey, he makes you think, and that's a good thing, as long as you're not one of his sycophants. The comments below, man, if you like the video, press the thumbs up, right? You don't have to comment. I know that everyone says comment because it helps the algorithm. Well, screw the algorithm. Don't comment unless you have something to comment about. And your comments should be about you. When I make a comment, my comment is about me. Except for sometimes, it's very rarely do I say, wow, that was a fantastic video, thank you very much. But he'll have 3,500 views, and he'll have 1,000 comments. Of those 1,000 comments, 900 are, thank you so much for uploading this, I needed to hear this today. Oh, that was so great of you. Like, so what? Because that doesn't put me in contact with anybody else that has, like, say, a prayer request. That means that there's 9 other comments before there's a real comment. Or there's 20 comments before there are 2 real comments. And that's just quit commenting the stupid stuff. I mean, unlike a schizo, you know, like she's got 62 views, alright? She's probably got 17 comments, alright? I can scroll through 17 comments. I can't scroll through 1,000 comments. I don't want to scroll through 1,000 comments that say, I hope you're doing better. I love you so much. Oh, you have inspired me to be a better Christian. You know, like that. Like, so what? That's what the thumb is for. But don't waste the comments section. It's not Facebook. But anyway. Alright, where am I at? Oh yeah. I got a half an hour. I can premiere this. Natural Bow Woman is cool. James Couch is alright. Tony Heller, alright. You want to know about global warming? Check out Tony Heller. He gives it to you straight. He shows you the data, and he shows you the data, and he shows you the data. And you're like, oh, yeah, best other person ever. This guy is ultimate fantastic. Go to this doctor if you know people that are in Islam. Mohammedans. And Central Happenings. Benny Wills, not Willis. There's a lot of people that are not showing up on my feed. And sometimes it seems like I'll come back like an hour later, and there will be videos down here which were not there before. I'm like, what do? They hold them, they like uploaded them in unlisted, and then set them free like an hour later. I mean, I used to do that, but I'm not exactly sure that other people even think to do that. I think Susan over here is messing with stuff. Alright. Chuck Norris, the White Tiger, with his cowboy hat. That's right. Dun dun. Dun dun. Dun 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 dun. So all the way up to the point of leaving to go play pool with my dad, I was like, oh, must bring darts, because they have dartboards there, and darts are free if you bring your own darts. And I forgot it, but it was okay because we were so terrible at pool. Oh. It smells like a clean air to me. That we played pool the whole time, which was really nice. And the scarf was very good on my hip. Cherishes new Be well.